Hello and welcome back to the second part of the video where we'll be solving the remaining 20 questions from the MCQ paper of Feb March 2022 series code 06204 for chemistry. Okay, so without any wastage of time, let's directly jump to the solving part. Okay, so the question says that we have zinc oxide. Okay, oh, sorry, let me just take and select the ink. Yeah, so zinc oxide is an amphoteric oxide. Now students, what are amphoteric oxide basically? Amphoteric oxide are those metallic oxide which can react with acids as well as bases. They can react with acids as well as bases. Normally, metal oxides are generally basic in nature, and non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. For example, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, so on and so forth. So the question is, zinc oxide is an amphoteric oxide, which means it can react as acid as well as base. Which type of substances will react with zinc oxide? So as it can react with acid as well as bases, we have the first option here. So the first option is it can react with acids as well as bases. Moving to the 22nd question here. Information about some silver, uh, yeah. So information about some silver compounds is shown. Which equation shows a reaction which cannot be used to make a silver salt? Okay, so here we have AgNO3 which is reacting with hydrogen chloride. It is forming AgCl plus HNO3. Okay, so here we have the above, the table which is given. So let's take AgCl. AgCl is insoluble. So definitely it's going to form a salt. It's going to form a precipitate because as per the reactivity series of metal, it's a double displacement reaction. AgCl will form a precipitate of white color. Okay. And hydrogen with nitrate, which is nitric acid, will not form a precipitate. So here we're going to get a salt. This is not an option. Then silver oxide is reacting again with nitric acid and it is forming silver nitrate along with water. It is a soluble salt, but then with the help of evaporation, you can evaporate and you can get the silver salt because the other compound is water. So you're going to get silver salt here. Silver carbonate is reacting with nitric acid. It's a metal carbonate reacting with acid. We're getting three compounds: silver nitrate plus water plus carbon dioxide gas. But here again, the silver nitrate here we have is again soluble. The remaining two compounds are water and gas. Again, you can do evaporation, we get into silver salt. Silver is reacting with hydrochloric acid. It is forming a silver chloride and hydrogen gas. Here it's going to be tricky because in this particular reaction, I won't be getting that. It is not possible to take this because it is a displacement reaction. Displacement reaction only takes place when a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element. Okay, now silver is less reactive than hydrogen, so it is not possible that it will displace chlorine, displace hydrogen. It's allow it to make hydrogen gas. It is not possible. So this reaction is itself not possible. Therefore, D will not lead to the formation of silver salt. Then we come to the next question. Aqueous ethanoic acid, which is acetic acid, which is CH3COOH, is a weak acid. What is a weak acid basically? Weak acid are those acids that doesn't allow the dissociation of all the hydrogen ions. Okay, acids are basically proton donors. And there are two different types of acids: strong acids, which can dissociate hydrogen ion completely; weak, which doesn't. Aqueous sodium hydroxide is a strong base. Aqueous ethanoic acid is neutralized by aqueous sodium hydroxide. It's a neutralization reaction, which statement is correct. Aqueous ethanoic acid accepts proton from hydroxide ions. No. Acids are proton donors, they don't accept it. The aqueous, so 23 for the first option, we don't have that. This is omitted. The aqueous ethanoic acid is fully dissociate. No, it's a weak acid. It will not fully dissociate. It will partially dissociate. So it is not correct. Second option is also gone. The aqueous sodium hydroxide used is fully dissociate. Yes, it's a strong base. It's going to dissociate completely all the OH or the hydroxide ions. And the reaction produce salt and water. Yes, a neutralization is a reaction when acid react with base. We get two products, salt and water. Therefore, this is also correct. So let me see, do we have those as an option here? And yes, the correct option is third and fourth, which is D. Okay, let's proceed to question number 24. This property of element X are listed. It contains atoms with a full outer shell of electrons. Uh, Definitely, it is either helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. He never argues with Kiranawala, Xeroxwala, and Rashwala. That is how I remember this from the periodic table. It is monoatomic. Yes, in nature they exist single. They are not like oxygen or nitrogen, which exist in diatomic, or like ozone, which is triatomic, or polyatomic like sulfur. It is unreactive. Yes, they are inert elements. They are chemically inactive at normal condition. Always remember, inert element, they are chemically inactive. So, in which part of the periodic table is this element placed? They are basically in the P block, but they ask about the groups. So, definitely it's group 8. Okay, the last, the zero group. Let's move to the next question. Which word equation represent a reaction that might occur? Sodium oxide is reacting with carbon, forming sodium and carbon dioxide gas. See now, basically, this is not ideally possible because it is sodium and carbon. This reaction will not take place. It's a displacement reaction, but you need a metal here, and here we have a non-metal. Okay. Then let's move to the next reaction. Sodium oxide is reacting with iron. It is forming sodium and iron oxide. Now, this is also not possible. It is a displacement reaction, but sodium is more reactive than iron. So, iron can't displace oxide from it. This is also not going to happen. Iron oxide is reacting with copper. It is forming iron and copper oxide. Now, let me have the reactivity series. This is my reactivity series. Iron is more reactive than copper. So how is this gonna happen? It's not gonna happen, students. Iron oxide, again, copper won't be able to displace iron from this reaction. That it's not gonna happen. Last equation is correct. If you will see, this is iron oxide is reacting with carbon, forming iron and carbon dioxide. Now, if you go to metal extraction chapter, we have a new concept there called as roasting. When you take the oxides, you heat them, and with the help of carbon, and you get the metal, the extraction of metal. This is medium reactive element. Okay. Now, this is the roasting method, and this reaction is also called as thermit reaction or thermal decomposition reaction, students. Okay. So let's move to the next question. Which statement about the extraction of the aluminium is correct? Okay. This is the second step. Aluminium is formed at the cathode during the electrolysis of aluminium oxide. Let's see the next option. Hematite is only aluminium oxide. No, hematite is an iron oxide. It is not. Molten kerolite is used to raise the melting point of the aluminium oxide. No. It helps to reduce the melting point of the aluminium oxide. So it is definitely not. This is definitely not. Oxygen gain electron at the anode during the electrolysis of aluminium oxide. No. So this is our very first option A, which is there. Now we come to the next question. Metal M is mixed. The question went, yeah, with copper to produce brass. Brass is an alloy, and brass as an alloy is formed with copper and zinc. So our option is 27th D. Now we come to 28. 28, here we have the table gives some properties of an element. The melting point is given, appearance is given, which is gray. Appearance of the element, chloride in the element is dark blue. Density is 19.2, and its electricity conductivity when solid is also good. Definitely it's gonna metal because it has very high melting point. It is very good. So let me see what options do we have, what this question is trying to ask here. So which property does this element has? It can do it, it's gonna act as a catalyst, or it is brittle in nature, forms an acidic oxide. No, it's a metal. It's gonna form basic oxide. It is a metal, so it is not brittle, it's gonna be a hard. Highly reactive metal, no, this is not gonna be highly reactive, therefore it's gonna act as a catalyst. The first option is correct, A. Ammonia is produced using the using the Haber process, which row shows the source of the raw material and the reaction condition here. So here we have the entire table which is given to us. Let's see. Now the source of nitrogen when the ammonia is formed. This is the reaction, reversible reaction, dear students. Okay. Now, where do you think the ammonia gets the nitrogen from? Definitely, 78% is present in air. So, source of nitrogen is going to come from air. Definitely, it's not going to come from anywhere else. So, here we have three options here. Let's see what's the other one. Source of hydrogen. The hydrogen comes from hydrocarbon. It's either carbon and hydrogen. It can be any hydrocarbon, alkane, alkene, alkyne, any functional group. But definitely, it's a hydrocarbon. The temperature which it has to maintain is 450. So almost the first option is gone. Here we have three options which we are left. Air is correct here. Hydrocarbon is correct here. And here we have the temperature which is correct. Let's see the atmospheric pressure, and then you're going to done with the deal. Pressure which is required is 200. It's not 2. 2 is not. So where all the 4 matches, the option number C. So 29 for the Haber process to produce and to manufacture ammonia. The source of nitrogen comes from air. The source of hydrogen comes from hydrocarbon. The temperature is 450 and the pressure is, atmospheric pressure is 200. 30th question, only we are left with the 10th question. How many species are acting here as a base? It's a reversible reaction. It's so simple it is. Okay. Here this is basically an acid and this is a nitrate. It's a non-metallic oxide. It's going to act as acid. So remaining two here are acting as base. This number of species which are acting as bases are 2. It's very easy. It was one of the easiest questions. Don't you all think? Next question. The equation for the reaction. This is one of the most repeated question which you are asked. So please don't ever think of omitting this. Keep on revising this concept, student. Contact process is always asked. The equation is given. Sulfur dioxide is reacting with oxygen forming sulfur trioxide. What is the catalyst used? Vanadium oxide. It is one of the beautifully repeatedly asked question. Always remember in contact process, whenever you see sulfur dioxide, the catalyst which is used to complete the reaction is vanadium oxide. So the option is B. 32. Carbon dioxide and methane, which information about it is correct? They formed when vegetation is decomposed. Carbon dioxide, yes. Methane, no, methane is also produced. Present in the unpolluted air. A carbon dioxide is produced. It is present in the atmosphere. It is, whether it is 0.03, but still it is present. Methane is not present. The carbon dioxide gas is present. Produced during respiration. Carbon dioxide gas is produced and methane is not. But here it is even correct. So which is correct? Greenhouse gas. Global warming is caused by both of them. They both are greenhouse gas. Carbon dioxide as well as methane. Okay. So option B for us is correct. We come to question number 33. The structure of an ester is shown. So here we have this particular structure. If you will see, students, it's a ethanoic acid. Okay, here we have 2 carbon atoms, 1 and 2. They are connected here by a carboxylic acid. It's the functional group. And the remaining which you see here, it's 3 carbon atoms and it's propanol. The alcohol group is the functional group. So what are the name of the carboxylic acid and the alcohol that react together to form the ester? Oh my god, it's such a simple question. Okay, So definitely the one is propylon, the other one is ethanoic acid. So which option do you all think is correct? Definitely option number B, I just mentioned. It is ethanoic acid, the carboxylic acid, and the alcohol is a propanol. Propane one out because it is attached to the first carbon atom. Always remember, when you study the nomenclature as per IUPSC, you have to number the carbon atom. Moving forward, which statement about lime is correct? Okay, let's see. Lime is made by heating calcium carbonate, which is limestone. Yeah, it is correct. Lime is used to desulfurize flue gases. Yes, yes. Lime is used to treat alkaline soil. No, itself it is basic in nature. It can't be used to treat alkaline soil. No. The chemical name for lime is calcium oxide. Yes, it's beautifully correct. So here we come with the option number B, which is 1, 2, and 4. Which structure is currently correctly named? Ethanoic acid, no. There is 3 carbon atom now. It is propanoic acid. Ethene, no. It requires double bond. It is not. It is ethane ideally. No, it is also not correct. Ethanol. Let's see, it is correct. No, it is double bond. It should be propene. It's propane. So correctly named is C. It is ethanol having 2 carbon atom and attached the alcohol group. This is the correct option. The structure of a part of a polymer is shown here. Okay, let's see. Here we have a polymer. Okay, CH3 methyl group is attached and chlorine is attached. Which monomers can be used to make this polymer? Now, if you see they are attached in the trans form, not the cis. Cis we don't have, it's in the trans. So let's see which monomer. Now we have to choose more than one. So this is definitely not, but because they are attached in the trans form. No, this is also not. So 36, we have the option, if I am not wrong, just a second. 36, the option correct is A. Carboxylic acid are made by the oxidation of alcohol. Which carboxylic acid is produced from CH3, CH2OH? Now there are 2 carbon atoms. So we are going to get ethanoic acid because ethanoic acid also has 2 carbon atoms. It's so pretty, it's so simple. Coming to the next question. Propene reacts with bromine in an addition reaction. Which structure represents the product of this reaction? Now both is gonna add, it's an addition reaction, the bromine gas connect to it. So let me have, wherever we can see 2 bromine on the cis side, on the same side, not on the other side. So C is the correct option for 38. 39. Which statement about ethanol is correct? Ethanol is used as a solvent. Ethanol can be directly made from ethane. No, you can't directly make it. You require ethane and the steam for it to produce ethanol. You need a source for it. Ethanol is a covalent compound. Yes. So we have the option C, which is correct for us. And we come to the last question, students. Which diagram represent the structure of a nylon? So wherever you can see a diamine and a carboxylic acid, that is a correct one. No, this is not correct. They are not bonded together. This is just carboxylic acid and diol. No, this is not. This is not because there is no diamine. It's just one and then carboxylic acid. D is also not correct. We have this additional, some random diol group coming. So we have see you. And with this, we are done with our Feb March second part of the video. All the questions have been solved. If you have more such doubt, you can comment in the comment section and I will be there helping you all to clarify your doubts. And we'll be coming in our next video with the May-June MCQ. Along with that, I'll be also solving the theory question as well as the APP paper for you all. So till then, stay tuned. If you have any doubts, you can reach out to us. I've mentioned the description box, our email ID and everything. I've also put the contact number. So please, if you have any doubts and if you have any query related to the subject, you can ask me, you can reach me out. Thank you so much.